we are the others, right? Because we don't live in Hawaii anymore. So we're not part of Hawaii. I went to a convention that one of the main discussions was, are you part of the Lāhui if you don't live in Hawaii? And one of the panelists said no. You know how many people tell me, why are you teaching Hawaiian language on the continent? Why are we not teaching Hawaiian language? Why are you working to get ʻŌlelo Hawaii into the universities on the continent? My question to why are we not? Why have we not?
Why is Kalani talking about the matriarchs in this song, Queenie? Why are we comparing flowers to the people we love in these songs? Why is Kumu Leialoha teaching us this gesture that talks about love, about this place where we come from? And I'm Hawaiian in the middle of winter in Oregon, learning about who I am. To me, that is Hawaii.
Velina mai kākou and hauʻoli makahiki ho, and welcome to our season 2 of KOKO podcast. And we just want to send a huge mahalo to our viewers, our guests from last year, who really helped us create this platform in our pilot season of KOKO podcast here at Kalo's Aloha Resource and Community Center. This year, our season 2, we get to kick off with a very special guest. Many of you folks know him as a dear friend of mine, someone who I've known for a few decades. We have grown up together. We have seen each other through thick and thin. For him, more thinner days these days. To the world, he's known as multi Hōkū Hanohano Award winner. He has been named Male Vocalist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Video of the Year, as well as Hawaii's very own 4-time Grammy Award winner, Kalani Peʻa. Aloha e kuhoa.
Belina me ke aloha e kuʻuhoa kamaliʻi. Mai ko kāua wā pē ke ia. A hiki wawe mai ia nei. Mahalo nui no ka pola ai a kono ana iau e. Kipa I ko aina aloha o ʻOlekona. Ma ke ia, he mea nui ke iau. E kūkā a walaau pu me oi. Mahalo ia oi no ke ia.
Mahalo ia oi. Hiki paha ia oi ke hoʻolauna.
Ai!
Hoʻolauna ko I ka lehulehu e pile ana ia oi, ko ʻohana, mai hea mai oi. No hea mai oi.
Well, aloha kākou, ka anaina, ka lāhui, ka poʻe malihini, ka poʻe kamaʻaina o Kalani Peʻa, koʻu inoa no hilo Hawaiʻi mai au, mai ka ʻaina aloha o puna paia ala I ka hala.
Puna paia ala I ka hala.
O ka ʻohana peʻa ke la, no puna, me pānau, me kalapana a ka noho paʻa wau ma kuʻu wā kamaliʻi ma Paneʻewa. Ka ʻaina I kaua nui o ka maile o Paneʻewa. A laila ua hanai ia ma leila, ua hele pūkāua I ke kula o Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu. Pūkā mai ke la kula a ka makahiki ʻelua kaukani e kai. Mauno ko kāua nani. Mauno ka pio ke nana aku. A ke manawa noho wau me ka ukane o Allen me kuʻu makuahine ma ka lae o Wailuku ma ka moku o Wailuku kahi ike ia o Mauna Leo ai ke kai ka hono a piʻilani o kahului a mamaui nui a kama. I'm Kalani Peʻa and I'm so grateful to be here with you in your neck of the woods, Tita, and I'm so happy to hail. You and I come from Hilo, Hawaii, Ka'aina Ua Nui, the land of moisture and mold and mildew, and the capital of Marimara Kula Festival.
Yes.
We both are proud graduates of Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu, Ke Kula Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu, class of 2001, and we still look, I said it in ʻŌlelo Hawaii, we still look 19.
Of course.
You know, it's the moisture of Hilo that keeps us looking young, babes. And Leon's, Chop Suey Leon's,
yes.
the Cinnabons and Prince Kuiho Plaza. But I come from Paneʻewa, Hilo, Hawaii, Hawaiian homestead boy. Grew up on a farm my whole life. I grew up on 5 acres, raising pigs, chickens, Prior to building our family home, we lived in a pink trailer house. So I have fond memories as a child living in Hilo. I think we both do. But I live now Wailuku, Maui, with my kane, my manager, the love of my life, Alan Brent Ku Peʻa. And my mama lives on the first floor. She's my operations manager of Peʻa Records and Entertainment. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer, finally living my dreams from the age of 33 years old. You and I know I've been singing my whole life.
Your whole life. Your whole life.
Like my whole life. And it's so amazing to see our dreams unfold, you know, and it's a blessing to be doing what we're doing today because we only have one lifetime, right? Hokai wale no manawa e kalele ko kako mau pahuhopu hiki a poko pahuhopu hiki a loa. It's our moment to really look at our objectives in our lives and how do we accomplish and achieve those objectives to reach that ultimate goal, right? People always ask me, what are your goals in life? Well, we have various goals. My goal is to take care of my health and wellness, take care of my ohana, the communities I serve, the communities we both serve, as well as I think one of our biggest aspirations is to be happy. What makes us happy? What do we do to bring light and have self-awareness of what's going around us? How are we gaining support or allowing this light to shine upon us so that we're happy each day doing what we love to do and maintaining that light, that kukui, that lamaku. So it's so nice to have this valao session with you.
Mahalo. Mahalo for being here. You know, as we share on and off stage, Kalani and I have known each other for many years. And, you know, one of the things that I share often, especially with my halal, is that I have listened to Kalani sing literally. It's like my whole life we've seen him. And so many people are like, oh, wow, you know, this is Kalani. Like, this is what he does now. We're like, no. His stage presence was also like that when he was 11. He's just gotten better. He has evolved. So it's very fortunate. I think, you know, as a poe hula, there's an appreciation for your gift of hakumele because you bring stories that we haven't heard about for so long to life through hakumele. And we as poe hula, we get the privilege of putting choreography to your mele. And so I think my question here is just like, you know, what is it like to be a hakumele, but in this day and age? Like, in, you know, for me, I see you as the future. I see you as actually not the future. You are Hawaii's music. You know, you are mele Hawaii. So, but how is that important
to you? At least you see it. Some people don't. You and I have been friends, childhood friends, from 7th grade. We're both graduates of Ke Kula, Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu, proud products of the Department of Education. We don't come from private school entities. We don't come from famous kumuhula or famous musician families. We are building this on our own and standing on our 2 feet. And I remember vividly in 7th grade, you said, Kalani, I want to dance hula. Some chuckled about it. I was like, you go, girl. But you guys, my classmates, my childhood friends, knew that I liked singing. I loved singing and performing, whether it's Disney songs, I can show you the world, or and I swear,
all my life,
you know, or all my life, I picked for someone like you. Period. 90s hits, karaoke competitions, winning talent show competitions, singing for charity, singing in pageants. My mom putting me in oversized suits from a men's shop. I think it was Bugle Boy brand from Kaiko Oma. You guys saw me go through this. And you're like, Kalani, this is my federal recognized name. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it for my passport. It's Treza'ara.
Yes.
I go by Kalani. His Kalani is my dad's middle name, Arthur Kalani Peʻa from Keokaha, my dad. Thank you, Dad. And thank you to Mama for giving me Treza'ara.
Treza'ara.
Because Treza is a unique name. Like no one ever, I never thought it would have a letter Z in my name. but it's an English
Trans.
men's cologne Avon product name. And my mom wanted that Pavarotti song. She got a Trasa'ara instead. Named me after, a men's cologne. But anyway, my mom put me through competitions. I sang at Miss Hawaii Island Filipina pageants, serenading women down the aisle. I've done this my whole life. And the funny thing, people thought, Kalani, you just started yesterday. You just won your Grammy in 2017. And really, do you deserve it? I've gotten those questions 10 years ago. You just started. I've been singing and then these people are like, I've been singing in bars and I've been singing here and there. I've been doing this 10, 15 years. I've been working on my craft my whole life. I've been working on my voice, on my craft, on my songwriting skills my entire life from 4 years old. And for those who tell me, you just, you're a fluke or you just got it yesterday. Do you deserve it, Kalani? And these are text messages. These are emails. And I'm in my head, I'm telling myself, do they want our Lāhui to win? Are we here for ourselves or for our community? I'm here for our Lāhui. I'm here to inspire and aspire a new generation and generation of today to become Hawaiian songwriters. Today, Leialoha, I'm getting a ton of keiki, kamali'i telling me, I want to win a Grammy one day. And I remember in our yearbook, I wrote in my yearbook,
you did.
There's always wise proverbs. Like people want to do something in their life, an objective or a goal. My goal, and I have proof of it, if your digital marketing guru here can post my picture with lots of hair then, and my quote on the bottom of my picture in graduate and senior yearbook, it says, I'm going to win a Grammy.
Yes, you did.
At 18 years old.
Yep.
You said you're at 7th grade. You said, I'm going to open up a halau and inspire many. And you are inspiring hundreds, Leialoha. Hundreds. Not only that, thousands in Portland and Southwest Washington. All over our moku honu. You and I are fulfilling those dreams and goals so that the generation of today, o ka hanauna, in Hawaiian we call it hanauna, the hanauna of today and tomorrow can carry on those teachings and ike ku'una, that kumu honua mauleola, that sense of place, of identity, understanding where they come from. Whether you are a Kānaka living in moku honu, you want to be a songwriter. Okay, I am Kānaka, I live in Kalama, Washington, not Kalama, okay? I live in Aloha, not Aloha.
Thank you.
I'm Hawaiian. I'm born and raised in these wahipana because these are special places to you. I'm not from Hawaii, but I'm Hawaiian. And I'm going to join the Civic Club with Kumu Leialoha Kaʻula. I'm going to learn about hula and mele. Why is Kalani talking about the matriarchs in this song, Queenie? Why are we comparing flowers to the people we love in these songs? Why is Kumu Leialoha teaching us this gesture that talks about love, about this place of where we come from? And I'm Hawaiian in the middle of winter in Oregon, learning about who I am. To me, that is Hawaiʻi. We can never sever that pilina from one individual learning hula and mele, whether it's my song or your choreography, for who they are and where they want to be and how they want to think and act as Kānaka and breathe as Kānaka and have that ha and that breath of life as Kānaka in the middle of Aloha, Oregon, or Kalama, Washington, or Beaverton, Oregon. We cannot sequester that. That can never break. I shed tears with you because...
I know. We over here trying to blink it away. Sorry.
It's that moment when you see a child's eyes spark in front of you, Leialoha. Your students or the kids that come up to me and go, I want to rap in Hawaiian. I want to sing opera in Hawaiian. Opera. I want to play piano and learn Hawaiian music and write my music. Can I win a Grammy? Yes, you can. And there's not enough of us. A'ale lava kanui o mākou e awamo ia mo kuleana no leila. Pono kākou e pai ka pohaku. Pono kākou e pai like a kākou o like. Ka lailai mua ia mau pahuhopu. Alaila pai pai kapohaku. What I'm saying is there's not enough of us. We have to continuing this tradition so that the legacy, our legacy that we leave, the children of today and tomorrow carry it on through hula and through music.
You know.
And so they are proud of their Hawaiian identity and their sense of place and where they come from. It's not easy. Was this an easy path of mine? It wasn't. 10 years ago, so many people wanted me to fail, Leialoha. People that I look up to. People that thought I didn't deserve a Hōkū Award or Grammy Award. They saw me as, this is just a talent show kid who sings from a mic and he just writes songs and he's performing at Lincoln Center, Carnegie or Whoopi. Like I never stopped. I continue working void, eliminating myself from being oppressed or feeling oppressed by the negativity and just that word oppression, just not surrounding myself in that darkness and surrounding myself with light and people who bring value to our table, people who bring love, hard work, and commitment. Over the 10 years of recording Hawaiian music, I have experienced so much love. And the best part of my concerts and our shows, our sold out shows here in Beaverton is it's not about selling every seat. It's not about seeing Ohana performing on stage only and all the support of the audience. Is watching those keiki get off stage, seeing aunties, uncles getting off stage from dancing, and their loved ones, okay, get this, their loved ones with lei and flowers.
Yep.
Gifting their loved ones and going, you did it. You learned Kalani Peʻa songs. Your Kumu Leialoha taught this song. Are you proud that you painted this little picture on this canvas and said, I am proud to be Hawaiian because of... How are you going to answer that question? As a student of Leialoha Kaʻula, as a haumana of your halau, or as a singer that is being inspired, right? Kalani Peʻa has inspired me to become this. You paint this picture and you have this canvas and it says, I'm proud to be Kānaka, or I'm proud to learn about the Hawaiian culture because of this. If you're able to answer that question and paint a little picture in a canvas, then we've done our part.
Oh, you know, wa'oamono.
Wa'oamo awoko. Wako aloha. Wako meaning we've accomplished something.
Yep.
They may not fulfill the entire picture yet, but if you allow them to dabble with some colors, use some brushes, some pencils, cross-hatching, and let them fulfill that picture throughout the year. It may take a year, it may take 5 years or 10 years, but they will finish that masterpiece. And that masterpiece will be beautiful. And that masterpiece will be given to a next person to fulfill that canvas.
Oh, you know.
So I am definitely, when I answer your question about hakumele, I am inspired by the people around me, by this wind chill that I feel in Beaverton. I may write a song about that and compare that to love. Or being surrounded by people we love. I'm always intrigued and compelled to haku, to compose in that moment when I'm swimming and going through a hi'uwai moment, a pikai moment in Iao Valley, in Wailuku, in Avawakua, or I'm at Ka'anapali, or at my favorite beach at Hamoa. I compose mele. And when we have this gut feeling, this butterfly feeling, I tell people it's not just a butterfly feeling. It's not having that gut feeling or you need to do it. It's the whispers of your kupuna guiding you, guiding you along the way, along this journey. If you have that butterfly feeling or that gut feeling to do what you want to do, it's your kupuna, your ancestors and forefathers guiding you. So that's what you and I remind the people we impact every day in our lives, that you follow your heart and your desires by also listening to the whispers
Of our kupuna.
kupuna.
You know. And I always tell my hamana this, like, our path has already been laid before us. we are literally walking in the footsteps of our kupuna.
Yeah.
All we have to do is listen.
Follow
All we have to do is listen, and we get to,
Aloha.
yeah. And there we are. We get to be so beautiful. I mean, Kalani and I, we talk, we often talk, and just thinking about the hanauna, right? Thinking about our new hanauna, and here on the continent, something that, especially for halau, when I started halau, it was because I saw the lack thereof. Just here in here in our area, right? In our area of the Pacific Northwest, trying to find a halau that carries on the purpose of hula, right? The intentionality of hula, like it's our story bearing, it's how we tell our story, and unfortunately here hula was being monopolized in a sense of being used to, you know, make money. A lot of the groups here, from hula to just Polynesian dance, they use it as a form of a business. It's a business, and so trying to explain to people that halal is not a business, right? It's not your hula. This isn't our business. This is who we are. Right? Hula is who I. It's my
Right.
breath.
Correct.
And so bringing halal here, my focus first was educating the community on that. Like, what is or who is Hawaii? And then when I got into this place with Hawaiian Civic Club and understanding what Hawaiian Civic Club truly was for, I said, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity for us to bring forth the policies on how do we create a space for our Poʻe Hawaii or Pacific Islanders in general. How do we create a space here in Oregon? And as we were navigating that and being in places, I started to hear from a lot of our Kānaka about the diaspora, and how we are the others, right? Because we don't live in Hawaii anymore. So we're not part of Hawaii. I went to a convention that the one of the main discussions was, are you part of the Lāhui if you don't live in Hawaii? And one of the panelists said no, that you're not part of Hawaii if you don't live in Hawaii. And so much of my time was that he was hearing this. And then I went to a convention, one of our own conventions, and I saw that divide of our poe. And listening to the people here on the continent, I didn't believe what they were saying because I don't have that. I'm still rooted and grounded at home.
Sorry to say, but I know you're continuing on. But those people assessing and judging you for not being Hawaii, for living in Hawaii, can they ʻŌlelo Hawaii? Oh, sorry. Did I just go there? If you're telling people you're not Hawaiian because you're not Kānaka and you're not living in Hawaii, but you're perpetuating the culture elsewhere around the world, whether it's Japan, Puerto Rico, Uruguay, or even Beaverton, Oregon, and you're telling people you're not Hawaii, can they ʻŌlelo Hawaii? That's my question. I mean, I'm sure those people can, and I'm not saying you need to ʻŌlelo Hawaii, but ina ʻŌlelo Hawaii or ike oi I ka maoli ola Hawaii.
Ka maoli ola Hawaii, o
Kuana ike Hawaii.
Yeah.
Those who speak Hawaiian fluently, you would know, and I'm not saying this from a Hawaiian immersion perspective, you understand the worldview, the Hawaiian worldview, how to compose music, how to arrange music, how to hula to the mele that's being composed.
And the pilina to the wahipana.
And the pilina to the wahipana. And
Yep.
why is our feet grounded in ho'okahua ia? Why are we here doing this protocol in this place and time? If those people who are assessing others know and value that and understand, please give me a call. I mean, I just
No, but you're exactly, that is so pololei. Like, and I had to tell our Poʻe Hawaii over here, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we're not and they're like, oh no, like that's what we have to do. And I'm like, and so I, being of Nāwahī, knowing what Nāwahī, and of Moko Kiawe, we know the stories of Ke'aliʻa. Well, Kuhio and I were not very familiar with each other until I got into my civic club. Of course, I know who Kuhio is. Of course, we know our ali'i. But I got to dive into his life and understand and go,
he's
oh,
an Aries like me.
oh,
Sorry.
oh, wow.
Oh yes.
Oh, wow. And he's
the fire side, baby.
and he's also a road traveler.
Yes, he is.
And he also built pilina across the road. He also chose
And
to
mahalo
live
to him for our
Department of Hawaiian Homelands.
Hawaiian Homelands.
Yep. Our Aina Ho'opula, yeah.
Because I'm Hawaiian Homelands.
Yep.
I'm a legacy, third generation.
Yeah.
Hawaiian Homelands, third.
And that's
actually
because-
fourth. My grandparents, my dad and I, were all Hawaiian Homelands.
4 generations of Hawaiian
Four
Homelands.
generations. So mahalo, e ke ali'i.
Kiali, Kuhio, yep.
Jonah Kuhio.
And he brought that mentality to Hawaii. Like, we can explore the world. It's always hard for us to hear that we don't belong or we're not enough, right? The common we're not Hawaiian enough. And I've said this before. Nobody gonna tell me whether or not I'm Hawaiian enough. Like it's not gonna be a conversation I'm having, but I hear it too often, and I hear so many of our poʻe Hawaii try so hard to like prove that they're Hawaiian enough beyond the KOKO, like they beyond this.
KOKO,
Yeah,
our own KOKO
our own
telling us
KOKO.
that.
Yes, they have to fight to be Hawaiian, and I think this pilina that we have is exactly to prove that wrong, to prove that we are poʻe Hawaii. Period. Like and so building this pilina was to create that piko to piko of us being in ʻOlekona and having Hawaii and building this with you and other. I think the other thing I also want to bring up is, with Kalani, when I like you're not over here, when I think of you, you don't only look to elevate Kalani. Your platform and what you do, you always are bringing people with you. Like always, you're always making sure.
I love working and collaborating
Yeah.
with new and old talent. Like I love working with the best of hula, Merry Monarch Festival, down to a halal that is just opened up for 5 years. That I seemed fierce. That they come from a different hula legacy, various hula legacies. I yearn off of new talent, and I like that seeing on stage. I love the fact that you and I are Kānaka in the continent. You live in the continent. I live back home. We're childhood friends, and we're selling out shows. And you have people, wonderful people from the Reeser Center, Patricia Reeser, who are in love with our culture and our language and hula and storytelling and the stories that's been told through mele and music and oli for thousands of years.
Yep.
And they bring us back because they want to present me and present you, and they want us to perpetuate. And they're not degrading each other. They don't want to degrade us for, oh, you're Hawaiian and you live in the continent. You're not Hawaiian enough. I can't stand when people say that. I can't stand when people become ho'oio and ho'okano about that. And I feel they don't know you. They don't know us. Until you learn us and get to know our heart, our desire, and our passion, and how compassionate we are to dive into the work that we do for our Lāhui, then maybe we can talk story from that point on. But as of now, people shouldn't be assessing. I perform in Japan. Many kumuhula, many entertainers. Wow, a handful of us are headlining in Japan because Japan loves hula and mele. There's hundreds, actually thousands of hula dancers and hundreds of hula schools. They're not of KOKO. They're not of blood, but they love our culture. They learn the language. Some of them speak Hawaiian fluently. Fluently. ʻŌlelo Hawaii. Poeko I ʻŌlelo Hawaii. Valevaha. Are we going to degrade them for not having the KOKO and learning our culture? No. We grew up our entire lives with some kumu who don't even have the KOKO as well.
Yep.
And are professors and doctorates in Hawaiian language
and elevating ʻŌlelo Hawaii.
And elevating. So when you ask me about elevating, we have to continue to elevate each other. Because when we kako'o and elevate each other, we bring light, we bring wisdom, and we win together. Like a hale, in order to have a safe, everything starts from a hale, from a household. The cultural values, cultural norms, our teachings from our kupuna, our makua, our parents and grandparents, rearing us and nurturing in a beautiful home. To be in a safe home, you must have a kahua first.
Oh,
That kahua is concrete, whatever you want. Wood, there's a foundation.
Yep.
When you have that foundation, how are you supposed to complete that hale? So that hale is safe for your family. We have pohana, we have pillars. We have our makua, we have people that support us. And those pillars are built. Then we have the kaupoku, the roof, to shelter, to keep us safe. Once we have that whole house, that's where the teachings start. All of those values start from home. Our cultural practices, the way we think, how we breathe, how we eat as a family, how we negotiate things as a family. Whether you're fighting over something, whether you're not, whether you're crying or you're experiencing Christmas in that home, The safe home, the hale, is the core of it all. O kapiko, o ke la kapiko.
Okay,
That's where we start. And people don't see all of these factors come into play because you need that kahua, you need those pohana, those pillars, and you need that kopoku for safety and shelter to complete a beautiful home.
Well, you know.
And we need to pai together and kako piha.
And that kahua, I use that. I say that often. It is embedded here in Kalo. It is embedded in my ohana. It is embedded in Halau.
And you're doing it here in Oregon.
Mamua, yeah.
Right.
You have to have your kahua. If you don't have your kahua, what do you kukulu on? You have to have your kahua. So I think that's, and that is what I'm hoping that we're teaching our poe here, our poe on the continent. Like, you have to have your kahua. Kalo, our Hawaiian Civic Club, is one of the many kahua we bring to be able to connect our Hawaii. And because of our pilina, we've been able to bring my pilina with you. I often talk about our wonderful, I love her so much, Sherry Daniels, that I get to do.
Hello, Sherry, for all
I get
you
to
do.
to bring pilina here. I mean, just last month we got to do a beautiful workshop with Kumu Hula Chelsea. And just her aloha.
Hula Chelsea. She comes on a line of hula legacy. Her mama Olana, Kumu Hula Olana, and Howard Ai. Mahalo for bringing her.
Oh no!
Mahalo for having her teach her hula legacy.
She filled this whole room right here, and for a moment, all of them forgot we were here in Oregon. Like, you just got to be, and that's why it's like, no, it's not about, it's the feeling. It's, again, we talk about this often, pilina. It's our pilina to Hawaii, and I think our pilina has given ʻOlekona a really strong kahua, and I might kind of go side note on this. I do this often in podcasts. Sometimes Jaden goes, "What you doing?" But anyway, I just want to tell this story because a lot of people are, and I remember when Kalani first started, and I remember all of the things that people were saying. I mean, it was making me upset as well. Because we know Kalani. We've known him. We know Kalani. And the thing about it is, like Kalani brought up his government name. When you call him Traz, that means you know Kalani. We've known him for a long time. But so there's mo ʻŌlelo. People know you as the entertainer. They know you as the Grammy winner. They know you as the person on that stage that just commands the stage. If you guys haven't seen his show, here in Oregon, December 11th at the Reserve, start marking your calendar. Just plugging that already. However, his fifth annual at the Reserve here in Beaverton. But when we were younger, through all of those things, I always tell people, that's the Kalani that you know, the Kalani Peʻa that I know. When we were in high school, so he has a baby brother. We both have these baby siblings in our lives that we dearly love, the bebes of the family. But he has a baby brother, Shaquille, who is doing a fabulous with his Miko.
Yeah. Lures business.
He's doing amazing. Yeah, I saw his video. However, Shaq was he was a bit, I don't know, it was he was like 2 years old. Okay, so here's this mo ʻŌlelo. This is the Kalani Peʻa I know that people that people don't know, and people always say, "Oh, Kalani's this." This is who Kalani is. His baby brother is playing in the road, and a car is speeding through. Kalani runs onto the street, throws his brother onto the grass to save him. And he gets hit by the car.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot this.
But in that moment, Kalani just. But see, the thing about it is, he saves his baby brother, Auntie Pua, their uncle, and your dad. Just they don't even know. Kalani literally flies over the car. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Flies over the car, and I think you got some bumps and bruises. But
I have a scar here. I went through. I got a concussion.
Yeah.
Knocked out. My mom was trying to revive me and get me, just like, wake up. You can't knock out. Like, I went out for maybe a good 5 minutes, and she was trying to wake me up, and then the EMT, I just heard sirens, and my first thing was, how's the baby?
Yep.
I said, because if he didn't, if he didn't move, if I didn't push him off the road, he would have passed.
Yeah.
He would have been killed. It was a busy street. My parents were busy doing things, and I suppose it was my responsibility to maka'ala, to watch over my siblings. So when I saw him run over with his diapers, of course, soiled diapers, by the way, he was running across the street, and I just remember vividly pushing him off the street. And I turned this way, and the car just hit me, and I went over. People saw me leap over. I hit my head on the windshield, and then I knocked out. And my first thing in ER was, how is the baby? And he's my baby brother, who is so healthy. His wife just gave birth to their newborn, and he was a former engineer for Tesla, and he's basically left that job after 10 something years to live his dreams as a owner of making fishing lures.
Yep.
He's an business entrepreneur, and he's going worldwide. I'm so proud of my baby brother. That's what we want to see. We want to see our people thriving.
And he lives in Texas.
Texas, Austin, and he has a beautiful baby girl and boy. He has a beautiful ohana. They've invested in properties from Tulum down to, I think, I mean, they're just doing so well.
Also, Kānaka can strive. They can thrive everywhere then.
And he's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
He's Kānaka, and he's thriving elsewhere. You don't have to be Kānaka and thriving in Hawaii only. I know the goal is to bring everyone home, but I'm sorry to say, but there's Kānaka everywhere. As much as there's Japanese all over the world, you don't have to be living in Japan to be a Japanese. You have to be living in Puerto Rico to be Puerto Rican. It's okay to be Kānaka and thrive all over the world and do what you love and dive into the resources and become a primary and secondary resource for your community and serve your communities. Do you, boo-boo. You know, the thing is, people feel a certain way. People will either envy or feel a certain way that because Kalani's doing this and that, or Leialoha's doing this and that. It's not because of you. It's not because of myself. It's because they're insecure themselves. It's because they want to fulfill the same thing, but they just don't know how to just approach it. And in this podcast, I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm just being transparent and authentic because I've been the same Traza from
the same
baby time, from Hilo, Ikaua, Kanilehua days. You're going to get the realness out of me. If you're not happy with other people, you have nothing positive to say, then just don't bring it up. Focus on yourself. Focus on your ohana. And do what you got to do to fulfill your dreams and aspirations. When people are continuing to talk about other people, that means you're doing something right. That means, as a public figure, they are looking at you as, gosh, I want to be there, but how am I going to get to that point in my life? So if the hate comes your way, that means you're doing something right. And that means people are insecure with themselves first. They are so insecure that they don't know how to unravel their feelings. So they show their wrath on others. And basically, it's the people of our own KOKO sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It's often. I mean, there's that saying, right? Misery loves company.
Yeah.
And I always say, oh, I don't like that company.
So I just block them.
Just, ahui ho,
and when I
mahalo.
block them, I'm like, aloha. Not even ahui ho. It's like, malama pono.
Yeah, malama pono.
Take care
Kara
of me.
holomua,
Yeah.
mahalo.
I have to make another album. During 2020, people were like, why are certain people promoting themselves and during live streams, talking about their music prior to the COVID? Why are people, it's a cultural value to be humble, to be modest, and not talk about your work and not to promote your work. If I can't hire a PR team, if I'm an independent artist and I own my music and my own label and publishing company and I pay my own bills and my own mortgage, are you going to do the same for me? Because if you have issues with people promoting their own music or articulating a certain way of how we market and promote our music or hula prior to COVID, then it's on you because I have a business to run. I have a label to run. I have people to pay. I'm a Hawaiian that's paying other Hawaiians. I'm KOKO Hawaii paying another KOKO Hawaii to thrive in the music industry, in the hula industry, whether we're getting grants or whether we're not getting grants. This is before 2020. Leila, people were like, oh, sounds so condescending. You're talking about yourself. And after during 2020 and 2021, people, Kānaka, are talking about their work or their baked goods, or, oh, I'm doing this and that, and they're doing live stream. It just bit them right back
Yep.
in the ʻElemo and
And
go, oh, I need to promote my own. No one else is promoting my work. So we learn along these experiences. You know, people make mistakes. We tend to try to forgive these people, and it's just
try to evolve. We try to evolve. We try to evolve
I'm like,
and see the
yeah.
better in people. No, you know.
But you know, my other half and I were at this point in our careers where we just maintain the love that
Yeah.
we have for the
Yep.
people we work with, and just continue to strive for the goals and accomplish again these objectives to get to the goal. People think it's easy to get where you are. You got to work and stay committed. You got to sacrifice. You got to get laryngitis like me. You got to get sick. You got to get bronchitis and flus. You got to bust
You have to.
bust your ʻElemo to get where you need to be,
You have
because
to.
if you don't, then you just can't complain to me about I want this Grammy tomorrow. I want a halal like you tomorrow. You got to work towards those
gotta-
goals.
And there's gonna be so many things you have to. I mean, the challenges you have to face. I mean, for halal, you know, starting halal at 25, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be, as Kalani likes to share with everybody our age. I'm 42. Thank you. But 25 and 42,
Right.
to look back on that. When I was 25, I didn't know what I know now.
Correct.
And when I was 35, I didn't know what I did.
Correct.
And there were so many things. And you know, the thing about it is like the people who choose to judge, right? Maybe sometimes they should also reflect what role they played in those moments, right? Because I had to, right? We have to reflect on like, how do we, like, I didn't know what I was doing at 25. I had to learn. I got a little better when I was 35. My hope is when I turn 45, we're at a better place than I was when I was 25.
Yes.
And you know, I love talking to your client. Alan and I talk often
I love him.
because
Yeah.
he sometimes you just need that reminder, like oh my gosh, I have to check myself, because I think about what other people are saying, and I'm like,
All the
is that what's
time.
happening? Am I doing that? And then I have to reflect, and I'm like, oh no, Kalani. I mean, Alan says it great. You know, when you're doing great, always gonna have people just like break you down.
Always.
Always. And you know what?
Always.
You can either be sad about it, or you can go, oh my gosh, mahalo for talking about me.
Right.
Mahalo for sharing our work, because
You're gonna try to pinpoint.
Yep.
Those haters are gonna pinpoint something.
Yep.
They're like, oh, you shouldn't have done a tribute for Fiji that way, or oh, you shouldn't sang this note.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a little under, or I'm like, what? Can't you look at the beautiful overall
Yep.
picture of all of this?
Of what's happening.
Apparently, everyone's judges at Marimana Kula Festival, but the thing is, can you look at the overall picture? That we're Kānaka, we need to uplift each other's light. And when we uplift and elevate each other, we win and conquer together as one. Kānaka has been talking about Kānaka in newspaper stories and in articles. They're comparing them to donkeys and elalas. And it's like, really, you want to defame people and cause libel and whatever? It's been happening for hundreds of years. Tutu Pukui established this Puke ʻŌlelo Hawaii, Vehe ʻŌlelo Hawaii, Hawaiian dictionary, and you had Hawaiians, KOKO, going, why are you spreading Hawaiian language around the world? Why are you sharing our craft, our ʻŌlelo, and spitting on her doorstep? Well, she's just trying to establish this Puke ʻŌlelo Hawaii for the world to look at. Wow, this is Hawaii. These are ʻŌlelo Hawaii. This is the concept. This is the meaning. This is the definition of this particular word or phrase. And you have people against that. We're going to continue having these conversations.
Oh, yeah.
But what we need to continue doing is surrounding ourselves with like-minded people who bring value to the table. And if you cannot bring any of those values or like-minded thinking,
please don't come to the table.
Mai hele mai.
My hele to the pakauka, please.
We have pillars to build. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no.
We have temples to build, honey.
It's so funny to me. You know how many people tell me, why are you teaching Hawaiian language on the continent? Why are we not teaching Hawaiian language? Why are you working to get ʻŌlelo Hawaii into the universities on the continent? My question to why are we not? Why have we not? You know, my kiki go to school here now. At the high school level, they can learn Mandarin, Japanese, German, Russian. If I'm not mistaken, those are also as diaspora as Hawaii would be.
Holiday.
It's the same thing. So
And the
why
beauty
cannot?
about this Pilina,
Yeah.
it's so nice. About a year and a half ago, we were able to, Kumu Leialoha Kaʻula, Executive Director of Kala, came to my Haliʻa Maui. We were able to collaborate and share and exchange curriculum and develop some curriculum and some driving questions to create this project-based learning, AINA-based learning curriculum for your future Hawaiian immersion. Now, Hawaiian immersion after-school program that she's working on here in Oregon. You name me Hawaiian, how many Hawaiians are doing that right now? Okay, so it's such an honor to be in that moment with you to fulfill that overall, to start with that umbrella of, okay, what are we doing to establish this school? Who are we impacting in our communities? And how are we encouraging others to ʻŌlelo Hawaii and ensure ʻŌlelo Hawaii is our number one ʻŌlelo?
Yeah. And it's
It's not even official. O ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii, ka ʻŌlelo
ʻŌlelo.
o ka Lāhui.
Well,
O ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii, ka ʻŌlelo o ka ʻāina.
Yeah.
O ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii, ka ʻŌlelo o ko kākou o meheu Hawaii. Meheu
And
o Aukala Hawaii.
ina noho oi ma Hawaii ai ole noho oi ma moku honu. O ka ʻōlelo Hawaii ko ʻōlelo.
Yeah. A oi ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii, a hula oi ma Iapana, o ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii ka ʻōlelo.
Ka ʻōlelo.
Ai.
Aole hiki ke...
Ali ki ke hina, ali ki ke kulaʻi, e ola mau ana no.
E
A
ola
ola
mau,
mau ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii, a
Oia
ola.
no.
We're doing what we love, and
We are.
Your heart is so big. Your heart is so big. I don't think people understand our passion in our hearts. If you understand our heart and our desires, then you truly get to know who we are. But if you're going to assess us with all the accolades that come along the way, then you really don't know who we are.
That is,
But I love surrounding myself with champions, and you're among those champions to me.
It is,
I love surrounding myself with champions.
You gotta surround yourself, during COVID, like, I got to read a lot, and I fell in love with a lot of different things that kind of just try to keep my mind, because during COVID was the pivotal time for Kalo, because Kalo had just started in 2019. So 2020, when COVID hit, like, we were at our infancy stage. Like, we had to, so COVID was pivotal. And, one of the things was, listening to a podcast was protecting your island. And your kino is your island. That's your moku, right? And, protecting your island. And what that meant also was, like, who you surround yourself with, who you bring to your island, who you allow to the island is so, and it's so important, because that's a ʻŌlelo no ʻeau for poʻe. That's a poʻe Hawaii. That's a Pacific Island mentality, right? It's like we always have to make sure we malama, and that is definitely building kalo. Often I love to hear all the namu that people have about whatever it is, wherever I was, but I think people have this thing like, oh, they just showed up and built this. No, I had a halau here for 12, 13 years first.
Yeah.
To be an executive director was not in my cards. That's not where I was
You're
headed.
a published award-winning author.
Oh,
You
gosh.
won liner notes at the Hōkū
Oh,
Awards off of my Grammy Award-winning, fourth Grammy Award-winning album, Queenie.
Sorry.
You are Queenie. I wrote the song Queenie because of you.
Oh, my goodness. But
my pu'uwai, mai pahe kawaine. Oh, he kale,
Sorry.
kale mahi, tuleo kauano. That song is for you. Grammy Award-winning song. That's what we do. We uplift each other's light. We write songs about people we love, places we love. Then we have hula, and then we put it on a show, and the world get to see, and then the kids get to learn, and then the traditions live on, and the legacy. In Hawaii, we call it ho'ilina. Can you guys say ho'ilina?
Ho'ilina.
Can those who say that you're not, other Hawaiians are not Hawaiian enough, say ho'ilina?
Ho'ilina.
You are enough, my love, and we're enough.
We
just gotta keep on working hard.
Paioaku.
Paioaku. Paioike. Paio mau. He va'a he moku he va'a.
Oh,
Because when our ancestors arrived on that va'a
Yep.
to our moku, everyone on that boat
On that va'a,
had
yep.
kuleana.
Well, you know.
From the captain down to the steerman,
Yep.
down to the cook, down to the person who's making lauhala mats.
Well, you know.
They brought that kuleana from that
Yep.
boat to the aina. So whether the Hawaii came to Oregon or Washington or Japan, our ali'i traveled, our kalakaua traveled on the moku nui to Yapana, to Thailand to build relationships with emperors and kings and
Yep.
queens all over the world. They brought kuleana from Hawaii and shared that kuleana amongst others
That pilina.
and build pilina.
Pilina. Building pilina.
Connections.
Oh, you know. Pilina.
It's so beautiful.
You know,
It's so beautiful.
Kalani, mahalo for taking that time to come all the way to ʻOlekona to spend this time with us. But
You know I love your city.
you do.
I love Beaverton. Oregon is my favorite state in the world, other than everywhere else. I love New York, but I love Oregon. You know why? Because of you.
We love Oregon too.
And I'm so proud. Oh, but I'll let you continue. Go ahead. What you were going to say about me?
No, just, that pilina that we've built, I never thought we'd have with the work we've done over the years, and now we're here. We get to create this. We have this community center here to give our po'e, not just Kānaka, but our po'e Hawaii, our po'e o Kapakipika, a place to come, a place to be.
So happy for you.
But we have to mahalo you because, like I was saying earlier, something that's beautiful about Kalani is that if you've truly, truly watched his journey as an artist, as a full-time musician, as he stepped into, because he used to be an educator, he used to be a PR, like he's had so many lives to be where he is today. But Kalani always brings Hawaii with him. Hawaii is Kalani, right? When Kalani won his first Grammy, if everybody was listening, Kalani finished his speech with, Hawaii, I'm bringing this home for you. Kalani you always not just elevate, you said these pahuhopus, you and Alan, and you guys awamo. You always strive. You're always striving so that you're thriving. But what is beautiful about Kalani is he always brings Hawaii with him. And not just as Hawaii, he always brings, like for me, right? Like, I appreciate him coming to Oregon, and he brought our halau. He brings our halau, and through our pilina, through that pilina that we had, Kalani not only elevated Kalani Peʻa's music, he elevated our halau here. He gave our haumana this opportunity to also be a part of this stardom, right? This place that you're in, and you brought them, but you do that everywhere you go. He has gone to he's been to California, he's been to Arizona, he's been to Utah, he's been to Washington, he's been to New York. I have haumana that get to say they danced with him in New York. I have haumana
the Lincoln Center.
Yeah, at the Lincoln in Colorado.
Oh,
when he went back to Mesa, and they named a hall after he has something. Kalani is an honored alumni. He brought us to Colorado. I mean, later on this year, we're going to be traveling with Kalani again.
Yes.
And so all of these things. And so I think that's the thing, Kalani, is like, sometimes, and it's not just in our Lāhui. I talk to a lot of people, right? It's not just in our Lāhui. A lot of times that crab in the bucket syndrome is everywhere. And if sometimes we just stop to appreciate what we have, you understand that something that you have always done is when you're elevating us as well. And for me, I have always appreciated that, right? Like our pilina is not just, no, our pilina is rooted deeply. It's rooted in a relationship and a bond of friendship. But it's also, there's an understanding on that professional side. We have an understanding of like, how do we elevate each other so that our Lāhui is elevated? And I think that is one of the most beautiful things about you. Just look at your show, your Christmas show in Hawaii.
Tell everybody you go to Oregon. My sister, Kumu Award-winning Kumu Leialoha Kaʻula runs Oregon and Washington.
Oh,
Because I'm proud of your work. As much as you're proud of me, friend, I can always go back to our 7th grade year and reflect on our goals and our aspirations. If we can do our best to fulfill them, the world can fulfill their own.
well, you know.
If every Kānaka can write on a piece of paper what they can fulfill in their lifetime, I'm sure they can do the same as much as we're striving together as one. Because when we elevate each other, we what? We win.
We win.
Again, what is it? When you and I elevate each other and elevate everyone and our light, bring light as a whole, and we allow that kukui in that ipu, that lamaku, that light, to continue to be that torch for our people. When we elevate each other, what happens? We win.
Paioaku.
Paiolike.
Yep.
Thank you so much for having me, sis.
Mahalo for you being here. Mahalo for being here. Mahalo for bringing Hawaii with you always and for making us feel at home.
Are we ready for our 5th annual concert this December?
We're ready. This December 11th, once again, we want to mahalo the Reezer. The Reezer just loves Kalani. This year he did 2 Reezer shows. He did one here in Beaverton and one in Corvallis.
Sold out show in Corvallis.
Sold out, both of them.
And thank you for collaborating with me. Thank you for believing in me and sharing your hula and your ike and all your beautiful haumana. And you're an award-winning kumu hula. You've won competitions, hula competitions in Florida. No,
we try.
I'm lifting your life, baby. You know, I'm here to lift you, honey, as much as you have lifted me. See, that's the beauty about us. We didn't find each other on Facebook. We've built this relationship. So when people are trying to like call you to book through Leialoha, you have to remember that the Reezer presenting me and I'm collaborating with Leialoha, but Leialoha and I have this relationship. It's already this bond.
Wapili, yeah.
Wapili, wakupa'a, avivole.
Avivole.
Vivole mau.
Amau.
Amau.
Yeah. Paioaku,
Paioli. Mo.
Yes. That's our Nāwahī action. Our Nāwahī action over there. But mahalo for being here. Mahalo to our KOKO podcast people for joining us for our first episode of our season 2 with Mr. Kalani Peʻa. If you're here in ʻOlekona, December 11th, he will be at the Reezer. Tickets go on sale in July of 2026. Don't wait. They sell out faster than you know. So please make sure to come and visit us December 11th again.
I want to say something before you close off.
Of course he does.
So words of like.
Of course he does.
Just to confirm for people of our KOKO, those who are non-KOKO who are watching and supporting this beautiful podcast, be your true self. Be your authentic self. Be a good person. When you're a good person, people will be good to you. Do your best to serve others and aloha others. Never ever have others define who you are. Never. There will be people defining you every day of your lives. But always remember where you come from. Always remember the core values that you hold. Because once you hold on to that, ipu kukui, the light will never cease. Continue.
Yep.
Thank you so much, sis, for having me.
Mahalo.
I love you with all my heart.
I love you too.
You look hot in purple, by the way.
Oine. Mahalo for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Hui o ka.